In this video, we'll provide very important information regarding what to expect in terms of movement or retrogression in the family-based categories and also in the employment-based categories. And this is based on a Q&A session that the Department of State releases every month with the Chief of the Immigrant Visa Control, Charlie Oppenheim. I'll analyze it and give you the most important points that will pertain to your specific case. So, what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is the place where we get the most up-to-date immigration information, immigration news, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnik, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states. In this video, we'll talk about the June 2021 visa bulletin predictions and the following months, July, August, as to what's going to happen in employment and family-based categories with respect to movement or retrogression. In the YouTube Live that took place last week, the Chief of the Immigrant Visa Control Unit, Charlie Oppenheim, gave some very interesting insights and predictions. And I'm going to talk about the most important one as it pertains to you. Everybody is worried about retrogression. Visa numbers are moving back in the visa bulletin coming in the next few months. So I'll make sure to give you the details about that as well. So make sure you stick to the end of this video as I hit all the key points that were presented by the State Department. So when the broadcast started, the first question that was asked, which is really important, is the following. Do you expect that FY 2021 family-sponsored and employment-based categories annual limits will be reached? So let's watch what Charlie had to say about this question.
Of the probably 400 to 500 advanced questions which we did receive, this was the number one question. And no, we do not believe that, based on the implications of the COVID-19 situation and other issues which have impacted processing since October, we do not expect that those limits will be reached. The processing of cases at our overseas posts has resumed in recent months, but we're still not at the normal processing levels. And my guess is that the USCIS offices are facing the same processing issues.
So as you can see from Charlie's response, we don't think that the annual limits will be reached anytime soon. And again, this is because embassies and consulates are finally starting to resume operations, and hopefully it's going to continue to progress in this way in the next few months as well. What do you expect the fiscal year 2022 family-sponsored and employment-based annual limits will be? So the family-based and employment-based limits are actually set by the Immigration and Nationality Act. It's all in the code. The family annual limit is going to be $226,000 again, as in previous years. It has been that same amount since the year 2000. For the employment-based categories, the limit will be set to $290,000 for 2022. And this will be another all-time high for employment-based category visas. Next topic. Do you expect that the worldwide family preference dates will continue to advance through September as well? So originally it was expected that the family-based preference numbers will slow down or completely stop during the summer. But based on changing conditions at the US embassies and consulates overseas, there is an excellent chance that the State Department will continue to advance the family-based numbers all the way through the summer, through September as well. And again, these are based on the predictions of Charlie at his most recent live broadcast. Next topic. Which countries typically use the majority of the employment-based visa numbers? Why don't you take a guess? Well, China and India typically use the majority of the employment-based visa numbers. The reason behind it is because applicants from China and India usually have the earliest priority dates. And so, if there are unused numbers under annual limits, those are typically made available for applicants with the lowest priority dates, in this case, China and India, in the EB2 and EB3 preference categories. Next topic. Do you expect any of the final action dates to be retrogressed? The good news is that Charlie Oppenheim said that no, they don't expect any of the family-based categories or the employment-based categories to retrogress in 2021 or even in 2022. And visa retrogression essentially means that there are more applicants for a certain visa category than there are visas available at that particular month. So again, we don't expect that to happen anytime soon in 2021 or 2022. What is expected actually to happen, so instead of having a retrogression, a lot of the family visa categories will just be held. So they may be stuck for a while, and this will depend on the process and the progress of embassies and consulates worldwide with their catch-up on visa interviews and processing immigrant visas at the different posts worldwide. Next topic, do you expect any of the DV 2021 rank cutoff dates to be retrogressed? So based on the State Department's announcement, no, the DV 2021 rank cutoff dates will not retrogress according to the State Department announcement. They'll remain current throughout the DV 2021 program. Next topic, how much movement can we see with the EB3 category in the July visa bulletin? So once again, according to the State Department announcement and what Charlie said in that live stream, there's going to be a very aggressive movement in all EB categories and specifically in the EB3. So with the exception of China EB5, we're going to see a very aggressive movement forward in the July visa bulletin and August visa bulletin for all EB categories, which is great news for all of us. As you can see, there's some good news in the June 2021 visa bulletin and good predictions for July and August and all through the summer. A very aggressive movement in all categories, family and employment, and no retrogression is expected. So we'll continue to make these updates as soon as we get more information from the State Department, but overall, really good news throughout the rest of the year. And I know that many of you have questions about the predictions, and we'll keep doing them every single month. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. If you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell to never miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.